tend to start with questions of this sort of nature, okay, that come from, now, you didn't actually do this as in lectures, I don't think, it was hidden away in the cracks, is that right? The sort of exploratory data analysis type of stuff. So these types of questions here, okay, are all exploratory data analysis. Exploratory data analysis. Okay, so all of question 1 here is of that nature. Yep, more of it on the back, box plots, things like that. Okay, so that should be ringing bells with you about, you know, crack 1 to 3 type of thing. Okay, that's where you'll find those. Okay, question 2 on the other hand. Okay, you see that type of thing. What section, what does that ring bells for anybody? Any area of work? Something? Chi-squared stuff. Okay, yep, that's right. You're testing relationships between 2 categorical variables, basically. So it's dependence of 2 categorical variables. And as Ethan said, that's chi-squared tests usually. Okay, so that's the type of stuff that we've got hidden away in there. Week 4, that comes from. Okay? And all the way down there, all the way down that page, same sort of deal. I'm going to end up with my pages all mixed up if I'm not careful. More of that question, more of the same sort of thing. Okay? We will come and do some questions. I just want to go through this whole paper first to identify where the questions are coming from. Okay, so this is question 3. What's it look like? It's written there.
Okay,
it says ANOVA. Okay, so you look for the clues. This is all analysis of variance stuff. If you look at it, it looks like a 2-way analysis of what says 2-way ANOVA. So it's a 2-way ANOVA with an interaction. Okay, so this is a section on ANOVA. And what section's that? Week 7. Oh, it may not have been week 7. I don't know what weeks they're actually in. Okay, that week 7 is off the original schedule that you had, where it said you will do this in week 7. So it's roughly around that section of the work. Yep. Okay. On the back of that, yeah, more of the same. Okay. This looks like similar sort of stuff, but maybe a bit different. So you did ANOVA, and then you did regression, and then you kind of did something that brought those things together. So, you know, general linear model, we're probably starting to look at that section of the work where it's the more complex problems in the ANOVA regression type of area, okay? Complex ANOVA regression, I'm going to write there. Okay, so it should, as you look at it, it should be ringing bells to you. More of the same on the back of that. Okay, on the other hand, if we go to the next question, question 5, regression. Okay, so it's there. You've just got to look at the output. This is going to be clearly from the regression section. Yep. And more of that sort of thing, interpreting plots, whatever. Minitab. So a lot of these questions are about Minitab analysis, interpreting plots. Okay, then we get on to question 6. So we're past all the Minitab output now. this is that next section where you've done 1 and 2 sample tests and confidence intervals. Okay, so for all of these, you're going to kind of need to look and go, confidence interval. Something here about confidence level. So this looks very much like confidence level. We get down to the bottom one, just glancing through it without looking at too much. Where's the question there? It might be over the page. Yep, it is over the page. The test statistic. Okay, so here we're combining confidence intervals and then going on to hypothesis tests. So this is looking like confidence intervals for 1 and 2 samples. Yep, that's question 6. That was page 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, question 7. We look at this question. We've got a lot of probabilities kind of being talked about. So we're heading back to the first section of the work. Yep. And if you read through that, what does that say to you? Anything ringing any bells with anything? Sorry? Bayes' theorem. Yeah. Yep, okay, this is a conditional probability stuff. Bayes' theorem. Yep, that's what you're going to need for that question, basically. So that's going back to the stuff that you did in the mid-semester test. Here, okay, probability density functions. So we're talking about random variables, distributions, medians, mean, variance. Okay, so this is your distribution stuff. What's on that? Question 8 is pretty short. Okay, question 9. More distribution stuff, but now this is the type of question here where it's saying suggest a distribution. Okay, so you've got to work out which one's most appropriate. And so it's more distribution stuff. And down here, okay, Poisson distribution. So we might be looking up tables or something. Okay, question 10, we've got a bus, we've got an inward and outward journey, we've got means and standard deviations. Somewhere in here it says something about correlation, covariance. Okay, section, what section was it? As a number. Week 3. Okay, so pretty early on you did stuff with linear combinations where you take them, you've got x plus y, you've got the mean of that, the variance of that, you've got covariance, you've got correlation coming in. So this is your linear combination of random variables. Section 3, and week 3. And then, next question. Failures, mean time for failure. Okay, this is that last section you did in the work. Yep, reliability theory stuff. That's all of that question. And then beyond that, you didn't do. Okay, when you turn over to question 12 on this, stuff about numerical solutions, interpolation, Euler's method, Taylor's series. Okay, you didn't do that section. So if you get those questions, don't worry about them. Forget about them. They won't be on your exam. Okay, so what do you want to start with?
Just start with question 1 till you finish.
Start with question 1 and finish?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes? How many people just say yes, start with question 1 and see how far we go? Hands up. Okay, that's probably enough, I'd say, to make that the option. Okay,
Me choice.
let's do it. Start with question 1 and see how far we go. Okay, students who are interested in factors affecting the height of foam in beer poured from stubby into a glass. So first question says, how many variables? Okay, so we need to go through and count the variables. Best way to do them is just to underline them as you go. So observations were recorded on 3 different, first sentence, start at the beginning. Students were interested in factors affecting the height of foam in millimetres. So that has to be one variable. Poured from stubby into a glass. Observations were recorded on 3 different brands of beer, with the stubby held at 3 different angles, okay, with 2 different glass temperatures, and with the glass at 2 different distances.
5.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's that same line there. Okay, 5 variables. Yep, I found 5. Name a nominal variable. So nominal means name only, basically. So something that just involves name would be the brand of beer. Yep, brand. Okay, that's fairly straightforward. Reading the stem and leaf plot. Okay. When we look at the stem and leaf plot, we need to take note of how many observations there were. 12 observations. We need to take note often of what the leaf unit is. Okay, so the leaf unit is 1. That's the size of these observations here, of these bits here of the number. Okay, so that 9 actually means 9 times 1 is 9. So this observation here would be 19. Okay, because that 9 has a 1 scale attached to it. If the leaf unit was 0.1, this would be 1.9. Okay, if the leaf unit was 10, this would be 190. Yep. So we want the median foam height. Okay. So the median observation, if we have 12 observations, we chop that in half. That would be 6 on one side, 6 on the other. So we want the average of the 6th and 7th.